Hey everybody, we are here live for Seavine News in Washington, D.C. And we're just going to wait a moment until a few people pop on, and we're sure you can see this because we are bringing you breaking news right now, and you're going to want to see this. This is important, this matters, and this is going to be unfiltered and really what's happening on the ground as we're seeing it live in Washington, D.C.
So those of you that don't know where the D.C. Gulag is, we're at the Southeast Detention Facility in Washington, D.C. We're here so that because we received information that, we knew that President Trump had signed an executive order releasing the prisoners from the J6 who were indicted there. And today we're here to talk to some people, and we have a special guest.
Bring it forward so it's not being blocked by the cameraman. Awesome. So everyone, here we are with Seavine News. I'm Valli Hart. This is Leonard Bacani. Many of you know we were at J6 and that we reported on it prolifically. And we are here with our new BFF, Kevin Loftus. And thank you so much, Kevin, for being willing to talk to us.
Just to give you a little bit of background, Kevin is one of the individuals listed on President Trump's pardon.
That's right.
And Kevin, can you tell our viewers a little bit about your experience and your first road trip with your son?
I ended up going to the first Stop the Steal rally in November, and when I got back, I told everybody about it and how cool it was. And right after Christmas, my kid comes up to me and goes, "Hey, I have another rally in D.C. It's January 6th. I want to go." And I said, "Dude, we just asked the truck."
Where were you going from Philadelphia? Oh my gosh. That guy's Eau Claire, Wisconsin. And how old was your son?
25.
And his name?
John.
John. So the first road trip turned out to be infamous. Leonard, bring that forward so it doesn't have the fluff in it. Thank you. And then share with us a little bit about your experience of what you thought attending the rally, the J6 event that we were also at, and then what happened after that.
Well, during the rally, I'd been to so many rallies with Trump that when he got to the statistics at the end, me and the kid had been there since 6 in the morning, so we decided to bug out a little early, get some food off the food trucks, and then get up to the Capitol where everything was supposed to happen. And as we pulled up to the Capitol, all the fences were torn down. There was no trespassing signs. It was just like it was okay to be there. As we got up to the front of the building where the scaffolding was, me and my son came across and said, "Hey, I think we can get some pretty good pictures up there." How did your family react? He said, "No, I'll take the stairs." I'm like, "You see that tree right there, dude?" For the most part, both at that tree. And I went up and took pictures off the scaffolding, and he took off the other way. And within about 7 minutes, I was inside the building, behind the bleachers, on the left side. There was a guy holding the door open, and I do believe he was either a Capitol Police or a federal agent. This is when Tucker Carlson called this the Fed's direction.
Oh yeah.
It was definitely the Fed's direction. Yes. And I want to get a hold of those the videos because I want to find them 3 guys. So see if we can identify.
We have 14 hours of video footage that we shot live that is unedited.
That's right. Well, I'm talking about the CCTV.
Oh yeah.
Because that'll get it all.
So were you held
every inch of that
for a long period of time?
place was recorded.
Yes.
And they got all the videos. So maybe that'll be something I'll work on later.
Yes, and then why did it matter to you to come here tonight?
It matters because I just got popped out last night by Trump.
Oh my gosh.
In Philadelphia. I was in Philadelphia. FDC.
That's amazing.
And I had
Congratulations.
we
Thank you.
instantly drove here because they weren't letting these people out of jail. So that's why we're here. Because we're all going. Ain't just a few
How
of us
much
going
time were you in custody?
82 days. I was in custody since Halloween, actually. And I've been bouncing from jail to jail to jail. I got some what they call diesel therapy. I rode on Con Air twice. You know what I mean, with the marshals.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just, it's when you're a law-abiding person and you get put in prison, it's a shock. It's a shock,
And which facility were you housed?
In the Philadelphia Federal Detention Center.
Okay.
And I was in 5 North.
Do you know how many other prisoners?
When we got out last night, they released 10 of us together. And there was like 10 cars or 11 cars and 20 people with jackets and gloves and, cash. People slipped us cash because we didn't have any money. We just got out of jail. I didn't have an ID card, you know. I had to argue with a lady at the convenience store to sell me cigarettes.
Wow.
You know,
And I'm 56, you know.
President Trump, quite a few some time ago, he said on day one that he was going to release prisoners from J6. So promises made, promises kept.
That's right. When people ask me, what would I say to them? Thank you. Thank you, and God bless you. You know, that's reality.
And I will tell you, our viewers have been praying for you religiously
I know
every
that.
single
Yes,
night. And
Some of the letters I got when I was in the DC gulag behind us just blew me away, tore me up. Here's one from a lady in Michigan. She said she was scrolling Twitter and seen my picture. Somebody put my picture up there in my gulag number, and all of a sudden I get this letter from this lady. She said God spoke to her and was sending me $20. And I'm in jail going, they sent the money back because she sent cash. And she said she's a widow on a small income, or she would have sent more. I'm just like, whoa, this is why we work. This is why
viewers,
we're uniting America.
Absolutely. If you just joined us, we are here live in Washington, D.C. for C-Vine News, and we're talking to Kevin Loftus, who was just released last night and has been incarcerated as part of the J6 prisoners. And to show his support, 10 of his colleagues and patriots were released all together last night.
Yep.
And he came directly and
two
drove.
Two of us jumped in a truck with a big American flag on it and drove from Philly to D.C. We haven't been to sleep yet.
God bless
You know,
America.
to get here, we got here at breakfast time because we knew that we had a job to do here. Straight up, because we're all going home together. We ain't going home together.
So have you seen your son yet?
No, not since I got out of prison.
That's
but
what I mean.
I'll sit around with him and we'll have a good
You'll have
chat.
time.
You know what I'm saying?
So what's happening is Trump signed that executive order. However, we received information that these prisoners. So there's a vigil out here. We're waiting on the Freedom Caucus to arrive.
They've been here.
They've been here.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They got
That's
15
amazing.
people coming.
Okay. So
And viewers, if you have any messages for Kevin Loftus and the other J6 prisoners, put it in the comments and we'll make sure they see it and they know that you support them.
Right. It's just America. This is the greatest thing about getting out was realizing the support network behind all of us. It just blows you away. Our job was easy.
So when did you first know that that something was amiss? Did you get a visit from special agents from the three-letter agency?
Oh, well, I had to turn myself in.
Okay, did you get a letter? Or,
No, on the way home, I called Chippewa Sheriff's Department in Wisconsin, and I said, hey, it's January 7th. I said, I was at that thing at the Capitol yesterday, and the FBI wants to talk to me. And they didn't know what to do, right? Because it's all like brand new
Fresh.
news. So
Right.
they gave me the FBI's hotline number to call. So I called it in my truck driving. I'm in Indiana going back to Wisconsin, and I couldn't get a hold through for like 30 minutes. So I said, I'll just call them when I get back.
yeah. So of course you know that me and Valli, we were at the J6, and
You shut down?
We were yes.
I
They
was
shut down.
3 times.
Our
Yeah,
banks are everything.
They shut down our social media.
Wells Fargo
They shut down our
closed all my
banks.
accounts.
They just made it miserable for us.
That's right.
Kevin, let me ask you, if you could give President Trump a personal message right now, what would you say to him?
Thank you. And God
Tell
bless
it right there.
you. Thank you and God bless you. We are free because of it.
President
Amen.
Trump, what you're
That's
doing
right.
matters.
It does.
It matters too.
And he's a rock star in my book.
Me
He
too.
Gangster busted me out of prison last night.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean? It's like it hasn't hit me yet. Do you understand me? So one of these days it's just gonna hit me like a ton of bricks. So I'm gonna go, I can't believe it's just happening.
Right.
It's amazing. And
Right.
it doesn't just matter to Kevin. It matters to the other 9 people that were released, the ones that we're hoping we will see tonight walk out of those doors and all of their families.
So Kevin, what was the first thing you did when you were released from that jail?
We found a convenience store and I bought a pack of cigarettes and got a cup of coffee.
And you
Alright.
sweet talked it because you didn't have ID, right?
No, they wouldn't sell me the cigarettes. I had to get somebody with an ID card to buy the cigarettes.
It's your youthful
And I'm-
countenance. They
and-
weren't sure if you were 21.
I'm 56. I got a white beard, man. I got tattoos. You gotta be, you know the deal, right? It was just crazy. And I'm in my prison uniform still, and showing them the prison card they gave me with my picture on it. I'm like, I just got out of prison. I don't have an ID. They still wouldn't do it.
So who loves Kevin or wants to send him any message of encouragement and hope and thanks for the sacrifice he made for originally going on January the 6th and merely saying that we wanted our votes to be counted in a legal and fair manner. That's it.
Well, we didn't. We got the election was stolen, but we needed it. We needed 4 years of Biden for people to go, wait a minute.
Yes.
This isn't what we signed up for.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
This
Trump
is not the
back.
America that we know and love.
We're at the crossroads. We're at the crossroads right now, and we're on the offensive now. And you know, Trump, what part about Trump that I love? You're never going to get tired of winning, are you?
Nope.
And I'm winning. I'm telling you, I'm winning big time.
That's right.
Yeah, we no longer are in the precipice. This is go time. It is execute time. So for President Trump, God bless him and his team. They are making America great. This is a golden age for everyone, and we're just so blessed to be living and experiencing this time right now.
And Kevin, do we have your permission to broadcast
Oh,
this?
for sure. Most definitely.
All right, and we're going to get your information and keep in touch. And
For
God
sure.
bless you for.
If you ever want to talk about things, I'll talk to you about anything
Yeah,
you
we'll
want.
get your information, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
Prison life is different, and
Right.
most Americans don't understand it. It's
What we'd
crazy.
like to do, I bet you our followers would love to hear some more of your stories, and so maybe
Yeah.
at a later date we can follow up.
After you bond with your family and rest and smoke a cigarette and you're ready, then in the next couple of weeks, we would love to talk to you in further detail. And thank you so much. And it's
you.
just a blessing to
Well,
see
I'm
you.
so happy to be here with people like you.
Thank you so much.
It's great. And
Leonard, do you want to read any comments?
Well, you know, I'm on my phone and it's kind of difficult.
Okay.
You know,
We'll send them to you later. So if you could, Jonathan, can you get Kevin's contact info, please, so we can send him a link to the show?
Come on, step into my
Thank you
office.
so much.
no.
you want me to tell you what it is?
Yes.
My name is Kevin.
So
Okay, so we're here in Washington, D.C. We're live, and we are waiting for the prisoners from J6 to be released and walk out in accordance with President Trump's executive order that he signed yesterday that contained the words immediately.
that's right, and we don't know what the holdup is. Well, I mean, why are they delaying the release of these prisoners?
Here's an update.
Wait, hold on.
So earlier today, they told us that the releases were moving at 3 o'clock. I believe that they were working with the accuracy of the information they had. The orders were sent by, I guess, so President's pardon power, excuse me, I'm a little cold. President's pardon power is absolute, as you know. But unfortunately, there was somehow, we're just going to have to say that something went awry. What I have now that I just got sent 8 minutes ago, well, 12 minutes ago now, the government filed motions and they were signed off on for the immediate release of these individuals. So that just came through. It's up on Pacer for those of you guys that follow Pacer. Pull any of the names. I'm looking at orders right now and they're signed off on by Judge Nichols and others. So I'll distribute it with a few of you guys here. Who's in the media that can put these up or pull them on Pacer that get those up for share with everybody so we don't have to do it a million times. But those things just came through. Jeez, this microphone is freezing.
In jail, we put a sock on it. In jail, you guys do a lot of things.
With socks. Anyway. All right. So, look, we just got this. It just came through from one of the attorneys. Steve Metcalf just sent us this. He's been working on it. But these were filed by the government in these cases, and they're signed off on. So I'll pull one of them up here.
Let our people go!
We're the gang. But that's what it looks like. So if you guys want to try and get that on a screenshot or something.
What does it mean for the timing of release?
I don't know. I wish I had a better answer on what that means as far as the timing of releases. So I wish I could tell you, but those are the orders.
Flash it back here one more time.
Yeah.
Is there a copy of that? But is
Yeah.
it imminent?
So I have a number of them here.
And they were just filed this afternoon?
Well, no, well, so because these weren't filed in nowhere else were these filed. So the government, after the president issued the pardons, everyone else started with the release process. Unfortunately, something different happened here in DC, and I'll leave that to your interpretations. But something different happened in DC. Therefore, in the wake of all of this and it becoming the late hour and the congressmen coming down here and making their statements and making observations, the information obviously flowed back up. The Department of Justice filed motions for the immediate release in recognition of the pardon. I haven't even stopped to read the entire thing. I wanted to come across and give everybody the update because I know we're all waiting. So I apologize. I wish I had more information. Don't shoot the messenger. We're all doing the best we can. I'm just collecting and disseminating information at this point. So I can't answer any more questions about it. I don't have any more information. And they've told us a long time ago that, 15, 20 minutes of just doing paperwork. I'd say 30 minutes ago, the last communication. So I don't know if this is the paperwork. After speaking with, a moment ago, I did speak with one of the officials from the DOC, Department of Corrections. And I think my understanding of that is he said they were waiting on something. This coming through now, maybe 15 minutes ago now. I would say maybe this was it. I mean, it had to be something that they're waiting on. So I don't have any further information. I promise to give updates as quickly as possible.
What is your name?
What is your name, please, and how do you spell it?
My name is Trennis Evans, Treniss, last name Evans, Evans.
All the inmates riding in there.
Do you have a list of the names
So,
of defendants?
yeah, well, I have the organization Legal Advocacy we founded for January 6th defendants, and we represented the interest of dozens upon dozens of them that went to trial.
Yeah.
Dozens and dozens went.
Thank you.
Condemned USA, baby. Condemned USA.
Condemned USA is the name of the organization, and we have represented the interest of them. But guys,
God
the
bless
reason
you.
we're all here, I want us to remind you this, the reason this place has become central to the movement is Mickey Widoff, and that situation with her and Nicole and others have done here with the Freedom Corner and having the vigil. So remember that Mickey is an absolute hero and a fantastic individual. There's so many great people. But look, there's J6ers here that got out in other states. I heard some of you are here
Kevin
earlier.
is here. He was released last night. Kevin Loftus is here. Kevin?
Yeah, so some of these J6ers that were released in other states that are now here, I think it would actually probably be a little more proper for these guys to be able to come up here and share a little bit. Tell us how you got here, how long it took.
How do you explain that two came out last night, the Balance Brothers or whatever? How is that possible?
I wish I had an explanation for that. I don't know what that is. These orders are signed. These are signed. Yeah, this is signed by Judge Nichols. So I'll look. Some of you guys, if you want to come over here, let me give the mic to somebody else, and I'll hand you guys my phone. You can scroll through these, take some screenshots, send them to yourself, whatever, and so people are showing.
Kevin, are you here? Kevin Loftus? It's Valli. I just spoke with you. Could you step over here and allow people to meet you and thank you?
Oh, Kevin Loftus is here?
Where's
Kevin, he was just released last night. He has not slept yet, and he drove here today to show support for his fellow J6ers. Kevin, are you here? Maybe he's using the bathroom.
At the pub.
Kevin?
He's got toilet paper.
Where is Kevin? I want to hug his neck. Can you say what
Everybody does. Everyone wants to say thank you to Kevin.
For real.
He has a tan jacket on.
Kevin! Well, I'll find him.
He did
Does he got
86
orange
months,
shoes?
81
Ma'am, does he got
months.
orange shoes on?
Yes.
Yeah, he's here somewhere.
Kevin!
hair.
Yes.
Yeah, he's still got his
Big hair and the red hat.
inmate boots on.
And
We spoke
I
with
will
him.
recap a few of the touching things he said until someone sees him or he comes back from the bathroom. But he was released last night in Philadelphia. He had no ID. He had no money. And all he wanted to do was be out and be free. There were 9 other prisoners who were released with him. And they went directly to a convenience store. He tried to buy a cigarette, a simple act, and they would not allow him to. Kevin.
Because he didn't have any ID.
Because he did not have any ID. And so after a period, he was able to purchase a cigarette, and he still has not slept. He drove all the way here in, his words, a big ass truck with one of the other prisoners who was released last night as well. And he's grateful to be here. He's exhausted. And I know that it would mean a great deal to him if any of you could tell him thank you. And we could just let him know that he has been out of sight, but not out of mind. I'm a member of a journalist company called CVI News out of Los Angeles. And we have been vigilant in our prayers, as I'm sure most of you have been. And we actually, my co-host Leonard and I, we actually attended J6. And so this is a cause that's near and dear to our hearts. And so if anyone else knows of any of the J6 prisoners here or any of the family members of anyone, if you want to take the microphone and share any comments or talk about what the support has meant of other people, or say a prayer, or whatever you would like. Are there any other members of any J6 prisoners here that are family members?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm Nicole Reffitt. My husband's Guy Reffitt. He's been detained since January 16th of 2021. After I saw he was the very first defendant to go in front of a jury trial here in DC, when I saw the absolute travesty of that trial, I knew I had to do something. On August 1st of 2022, my husband was sentenced to 87 months in prison. He never entered the building, nor was he charged with a violent assault. By coincidence, that day, Ashley Babbitt's mother, Mickey Whithoff, came to the sentencing with us. We came out here to this jail that night, and we sang the national anthem with the guys inside who had already been singing that national anthem for over a year. And from that day on, we had held a continual vigil outside this DC jail for 902 days. Because through Ashley Babbitt, who was murdered by Michael Bird, I do know, murdered by Michael Bird, so many of our people have been able to have a voice. And we've given them that voice, and we'll continue to give them that voice. My husband's being processed out of Oklahoma right now. Can't wait to see that man. He will be here in DC tomorrow. And you know what? Every minute of it has been a fight. We have fought from the moment they started taking our people. When they took my husband on January 16th of 2021, I did not see my husband's face again for 14 months. Wow. 14 months. He spent 149 days in solitary confinement because of the conditions here at this DC jail. He was not the only one. But today, we're getting freedom, baby. That's right. We're getting freedom. We are getting freedom. And that's absolutely right. We may have lost every single thing we have. His reputation has been tarnished beyond what you can't even imagine. But the resilience that comes from going through what you have to go through to fight the most powerful government in the world, it takes resilience. And that is one thing they did not think would happen. They thought we would bend a knee. They thought we would back down. And we said, we are not doing it. Go to hell.
Right.
Fight.
That's right. The one thing, as Mickey Whithoff has said so many times, that the government didn't count on is the resilience of the American people and the pride that comes with that. We will not back down. We're not going to back down tonight. We're not going to back down tomorrow. Let our people go so we can get back to the business of making sure this country is great again.
Amen.
Yes.
Woo!
Thank you so much. Were those inspiring remarks?
Yes,
Any other
absolutely.
family members here from anyone or any close friends or anyone that has been in this fight? Is there anyone here, by show of hands, that was actually at January 6th?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
God bless you all. Wow. And my co-host and dear friend Leonard Bacani and I were reporting live on January 6th for about 14 hours. We never entered the Capitol. We were reporting on camera, and they still came after us. So every single night, we have remembered in our prayers those who have been incarcerated and prayed for this day. And the opportunity to be here on the ground right now and to hopefully, let's all put the prayers up, to see those people walk out the door tonight.
Yes.
Yes.
Please,
Yes.
God, make it happen. Because we are not going to cry and we are not going to go away.
No, never go away.
So anybody else that was at J6 that feels like they might like to say something, please come up and get the microphone. This is not about me. This is about America, and this is about people that peacefully wanted to assemble. The media edits that part out, but we recorded it when President Trump said peacefully assemble. And we came because we merely wanted our voices to be heard and our votes to be counted fairly. And so would anyone else that was at J6 like to come up and make any comments or give any thoughts or best wishes for people who are, and what is your name?
My name is Linda Martinez Hanna, and I'm from California.
So this is Linda.
And I am from Northern Cal, so I didn't get the fires.
Me too.
Are you from okay? So, I was here on January 6th to show the world, not just the United States, that we knew that this election was stolen.
Yeah. Sure.
And as we all had bad phone receptions. Back home, they're all watching the TV. My husband, my daughter, what's going on? What's at 3 o'clock when they put the phones to work before the shutdown.
Let me just say, on Linda's behalf, they scrambled our signals, and in the end of the evening, my family also asked me, "Oh, I'm so glad you're alive." That was their perception. It was a lie. Go ahead, Linda.
And I said, what's going on? Since our phones did not work, we couldn't go live. I ended up taking lots of pictures, and as we're peacefully protesting, going towards the Capitol. I never went to the Capitol. I stayed on the other side of the water. I just saw everybody there, and I thought it was just too much. Did not know I'm posing, smiling, not knowing what was going on until after it was all over. And that's when we heard, when we went back to our hotel, that something had happened. I do know a lot of the friends, the Proud Boys out there. I am friends with some of the media, and I'm telling you right now, it was fake from what they were showing on the TV. That was never there.
That's right.
It was absolutely 100% fake. Now I keep that, and I also have the whole entire speech. And one of our friends that was there, we're all Hispanic that were there, but one friend that was white, and they're the FBI was trying to get him, well, who says bad things about minorities? That was our main concern, so I pray for them every night. I got a phone call from a Proud Boy last night. He says, "Hey, they're letting our boys go, and I know you're out there." And just so excited about President Trump, and I know it was all through our prayers.
Linda, can I ask you a quick question?
Yes.
When you were at J6, some of you know this, when you were at J6, did you see people singing the national anthem? Did you see people saying prayers? What was your experience?
It was beautiful, and I even have them recorded. We're singing the national anthem. We're doing the Pledge of Allegiance. We're doing everything as Americans, as we should. And I am first generation from Mexico. So I'm telling you right now, it was absolutely the most beautiful, beautiful thing as Americans to be doing this, and that's what we're there for. It was infiltrated by, we all know who, Antifa and everybody else. And
right.
Anytime I was watching somebody climb a statue, I'm going, we don't do that. We don't do that. I was just here weeks before that on December 12th. I was here, and then we decided to come back just because to support everybody and say what they will. But I'll tell you one thing, the Proud Boys have always had my back. I am the Sacramento area, and I know there's a lot of drama with those, but everybody's had my back. Everywhere I go, Proud Boys have always had my back. I've never been hurt. But I'm saying, I can't even imagine having my son, my daughter, my husband, or whatever it is, one of the young ladies here, her husband does never live with their baby that was born. And it's just heartbreaking that you missed out on everything, and that could never be given back. But thank you, Jesus, for President Trump, that he has won in all of our prayers. Continue to pray for these guys. And I know they're messing around here, doing that, taking their time about sending them out, but we want them home where they belong. They're hostages now. So get them out of there now.
If you had a message that you could give directly to President Trump right now, what would you say?
Like I told him before, President Trump, we love you. We thank you because you are the people's president. I met President Trump twice, and one of the times I said to him, they said, "What was he like?" And I said, all I saw on his face was, "I am the people's president," and he is. He is, and he loves us. He had nothing to lose. Well, he lost a lot of things, but he had the fame, he had the money, he had everything. So he did that for we, the people. And it's a lie that they say that he doesn't like Mexicans or Hispanic. Here's one, and there's many of us, and we're the ones that put him in. The blacks and the Hispanic people put him in. So it's just President Trump. We know, and the people have heard our prayers, and they know the truth, or else he won't be president right now. And that's why.
Thank you. And Linda, could you say something brief in Spanish for all our Spanish listeners, Spanish speakers?
Para todos los que están, los americanos que estamos ahorita viendo esto, les quiero nomás decir una cosa, que presidente Trump es el mejor presidente del mundo y de verdad es presidente para toda la gente, no nomás para los que dicen que para los blancos, es para toda la gente y por eso otra vez es presidente de nuestros Estados Unidos americanos.
Thank you so much. Was that great, guys?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much. You're very welcome. Anybody else that is here that was here on January 6th that wouldn't mind coming up and giving your thoughts for the J6 prisoners, or if you have anything you want to comment on?
Could you guys back up a little bit? Yeah. And you can come up closer. Just get away from the equipment.
Sure.
Right there.
My story is very similar, so I'll keep it brief. I was down at the Ellipse to hear President Trump's speech, and I was struck by the size of the crowd and also the peacefulness of the crowd. People,
What is your name?
oh, I'm sorry, Roy Bunger from Pennsylvania.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Roy.
I was struck once again by the peacefulness and the respect that the Patriot community exhibits. People were obviously angry. There were a lot of signs about stop the steal, but everyone was respectful. There was no quarreling or jostling or shoving. It was difficult. It was difficult to get around because, we were packed in there like sardines, but it was worth it. My friend and I were late getting up to the Capitol. We did make it to the Capitol, but because of her moving slow, we didn't get there until well after 3 o'clock. And we heard on the way up that, something bad was going on. Like the Capitol had been broken into. I thought that no, Patriots wouldn't do that.
No.
Yeah, so I knew right away. I felt deep down in my heart that this was
A setup?
a setup. I mean, that word is used a lot, and I think it's a true aspect of what happened. I guess that's it for my story, but because, I walked around the Capitol. I didn't know it at the time, but I was within the boundary because all the barriers were gone by that time. Yeah, I with thousands of others were within
There
the
were
boundary.
no barricades. We broke
Yeah.
nothing.
Right. The vast majority of us broke nothing. But anyway, that's basically my story. I just want to say that it's always kudos to the Patriot community, and and I echo what Linda just said about the president. Okay, that's all I have to say.
Roy, why was it important for you to be here tonight?
Oh, well, yes, I've been, I love these guys. I don't have anyone personally in here, but I've been part of this movement for a couple of years now, because I'm not that far away. I'm retired. I spend about a week down here every couple of months, and stay with the Patriots here and go to the vigil at nights. So it's been great to get to know the J6 family, at least in this area, and people come and go, so you get to know them from across the country. But I am impressed, and I think it's not just impressed, that's not the right word, but it's been a movement of God that, as I guess it was Nicole who said, the resilience of the American spirit. And that's founded, to my mind, it's founded in Christianity, and the fact that many, many people in this nation are believers. And that's why, I'm not being clear in my thoughts, but frankly, many of the J6ers are Christians, and I think that's what led them to stand up. Trying to think of the right word, that sense of responsibility, that sense of love for others, that sense of community. I think it was vital. And I visited the guys in the jail fairly often when I'm down here, and I see that among them as well. The ones that I've interacted with, not that I have with all of them by a long shot, but the support community being built up across this country, and there's so many different ways people have supported. You know, a lot of people just do it online, and that's great.
Even through just prayer.
Amen.
Everybody banding together in prayer.
Amen. And so that has been, I've heard it numerous times here these last couple days. We're one big family now, and we must move forward in faith and keep the pressure on. You know, Trump is a man of his word, but we need to have his back for one thing and to work alongside him. I'm involved in politics at my local level, and I imagine many of the rest of you are too, and that's where we need to start and build from there.
If you could tell President Trump something right now, what would you say to President Trump?
Sir, lead us by example, lead with humility, with righteousness, with faith in God, govern unto him in his holy name, and you will succeed and prosper, and we will succeed and prosper with you.
Thank you so much. Do you guys love to hear Roy's comments?
Oh,
Yes.
Anybody else that was a J6er or anyone that has family or friends that feels like they might make a comment? Okay, let's walk over there and talk to him. Which way? There might be another J6 prisoner that was released that is here and might be willing to take the microphone and speak with us. Thank you so much.
He's coming back. We'll try to get him over.
Yeah, I'm going to try to bring him over.
What happened to the light, Leonard?
You know
what
what?
happened to the light? I'm not going to be able to use some
I
of
might
that
have
footage.
dropped it. I'm sorry. I'll take care of it.
I'm not going to be able to use that footage though. It's going to be too dark.
No.
Well, the stuff right there was great.
Yeah.
Valli?
Are you on Twitter?
Yes.
I think I was talking to you today.
I'm sorry, brother. How much is that? I'll take care of that.
I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Okay.
So there's another J6 prisoner here that is out that we're going to grab
guy
a
in the
quick
hat
interview
right there.
with. Here?
Close to the communist tactics that go after them, so I thought it was a pretty crazy situation.
Follow the money, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
You gotta follow the money.
I don't have
I'm actually Kevin's right.
That's what I was going to say.
I guess
Do you mind if
Well, it's
we
not a
interview
big ass
you?
truck. It's just a Texas truck. It's not jacked up or
It's
anything.
bigger than a Prius,
Well,
right?
people in Philly don't drive them like that, I tell you. If they do, it's all work.
So is it okay if we interview you? Sure. Thank you so much.
Can we
You
turn
mind-
it around this way?
You want me to turn my hat around, or do you mind if I wear this?
I
I don't have no
mind.
foul
I
language.
don't mind. Which way do you want, Jonathan?
This way?
Texas Roadhouse.
You don't want the nice facility behind us?
I want to see your gorgeous face.
So if you would, share your name with us.
How much of a head buzz did that give you?
And then we would like to
Is
thank
our
you so
foot not
much.
In jail.
My name is William Sarsfield
It's-
III,
It's like
and I just got released at 3 o'clock this morning from the Philadelphia DC Center, the detention
Wow.
center. Thankfully to, I guess, a pardon, and I believe that Trump put out on us. And I was told that we had J6ers still locked up here in DC gulags, and here I am to show support in federal attire that they released me on. These shoes are actually what every inmate inside are wearing at the moment. I swear to God.
You still have your inmate shirt, right?
Yes. I've got my sweats that Philadelphia gave me, and my brown shirt that they gave me that I was wearing yesterday in detention center.
God bless you. And are you like Kevin also? You did not sleep yet? You just came straight here? Wow. What kind of patriotic support is this, guys? What amazing men these two are to get out and selflessly, instead of just going and hibernating somewhere, come here to support other patriots.
Well, it's a one for all. We're all together, and every voice that isn't heard is a voice we got to scream even louder.
Thank you. Thank you. And what was your situation? How long were you incarcerated unfairly?
2 months and 19 days, straight after a 30-minute conviction from a jury trial.
Wow.
Well,
And if you don't mind me asking,
what were the charges?
what were your charges, and what got you through this to where you were able to come here today? Like, do you believe in God?
If it wasn't for God, we wouldn't have been able to change everybody in every cell that we were in as J6ers in the community of.
Tell me about that.
It was every individual I met, J6ers included, was God-fearing individuals, and the camaraderie that we didn't know each other. We're not political individuals, but now we're all political prisoners.
Do you feel like family after going through this?
Well, of course. Most definitely. Anything that comes through and we come together, especially under the good Lord, and for the right reason. The truth is the truth. There's three stories every side, and the truth, your side, and the other. And if you know two sides, you can figure out the truth pretty quick.
I'm sorry, I didn't get the charges. What did they charge you with?
Civil disorder and about 5 misdemeanor charges of being on and near and stopping officers from doing their job, and, you know, a bunch of stuff, knowing the presidents and trying to take over the Capitol.
Right.
And let me ask you, because we were at J6, when you were at J6, what was your impression of the crowd and the tone there and the people singing the national anthem or saying prayers or sharing food with one another? Tell us about that.
Calm, joyful, loving, patriotic. It was instigation from nefarious individuals on both sides. When people were set up, including the officers that got set up for not being able to handle their job, I mean, it's not like Trump and Kash Patel didn't order or offer National Guard.
Nancy Pelosi turned it down.
Yeah, the sergeant at arms, I mean, you just can't doing your job doesn't constitute doing the wrong thing.
No.
You know, just like what's going on inside. They're defying a presidential executive order, presidential pardon. I mean, who else can give that kind of order? So if it hadn't been for the grace of God and the good love and support, the faith-fearing people and the power of prayer, all of us wouldn't be here right now.
Had our election gone differently, our odds would be very slim. If you could tell President Trump something about our situation right now, what would you say to him?
Hey, local felon, you want to come down and give me a hug? Thank you for the pardon, but it ain't done yet. There's a lot of reform from prison that we need to do from the inside. The undercover bosses of America have gone through the BOP, and we're just starting to tell the nefarious stuff that the FBI and everybody else is doing. But we got to follow the money.
Yeah, you have had a view of it that most Americans, thank God, never see.
Most definitely. And George Bush owning the commissary for all the prisons to buy all their food is kind of a weird thing to learn while we're in there.
So weird. What is something you're looking forward to? What is something that you have been looking forward to for a long time that maybe might happen in the next few weeks that will be a moment where you'll say, okay, I'm out of this. This is a good moment.
Well, for my story, it probably won't be a really good moment except for keeping beautiful people and my new family around me, but having the death of my wife that I've had for 25 years because of stress induced from being arrested for J6. I've got one son that's 25 years old, and she died 10 days later. But the good Lord puts people in our path to take care of us through most every time. So I'm thankful for him and the people that love me.
Do you hear this man? Do you hear this man and what he's gone through? If you're hearing this, look at this courage, look at this integrity, look at the sacrifices he's made, and please remember him and his son and his family and his future in your prayers. Because we are all family.
Yeah, power of prayer goes a long way. We're all brothers and sisters in the good Lord's eyes, no matter where you're from.
Thank you so much.
Most definitely.
One more quick thing I want to ask you. If any of the J6 prisoners can hear you or see this, what would you say to them?
Not leaving until y'all get here.
No soldier left behind, and no J6er either.
No prisoner of war should ever be left alone. Period.
You guys are heroes. I think
absolute heroes.
We all are.
I think
you're going to be in the history books.
Going to unload a whole nother conversation about wrong people have been wrongfully convicted. You guys are going to
There's people that have taken their lives, committed suicide on both sides, the police and on the defendants on the January 6th side that nobody's talking about. Matthew Perna. Mickey's never going to get her daughter back.
No.
Roseanne's family never going to get back. Benjamin and Kevin's never going to be around. I mean, they died on the steps in the back of our Capitol where every president stood and swore on the Bible to uphold the Constitution. And the federal judges took our First Amendment away, our self-defense away. Those are the first two things that we have in our
freedom
Constitution.
of speech, to voice our disapproval for the way that we saw things were being handled.
Doesn't the Constitution also say when tyranny becomes law, rebellion becomes duty?
That's right.
I mean, we're just standing up and going, hey, there's something wrong here.
Hey, we want to double check.
Yeah. What's wrong with, go back and look, what's wrong with people breaking into our Capitol that's not supposed to? We're not those kind of people.
No, we're not.
We don't go bust
justice
people.
system of a third world country we're seeing here in the United States of America.
Nepotism is real. Ask Nancy Pelosi why her daughter was doing a movie about the insurrectionists next door during the J6.
Oh, and why Gavin Newsom is just slid right in.
Most definitely. I mean, the videos are out there. You just got to do some discernment and go find them.
Could we request at a future point, I don't remember, I don't think you were around, can I officially tell you, my name is Valli Hart, I'm out of Los Angeles with a citizen journalist team called Seavine News, and after you have relaxed and eaten and rested, could we have the opportunity to visit with you again to share some of your thoughts on how what you have been through could maybe strengthen other people who are going through adversity, and just share your insights. Is that possible?
Most definitely. Yeah, give me your contact number and your info.
Thank you so much.
Will was there.
Thank you for being out. It means a lot from all of us.
We would not miss it. We're in this together, and I am so grateful to see you out. And please, God, let us see
The rest
some
of
of
us.
That's right. The rest
You know,
come out.
Not just a little bit at a time. Let them all go.
Yeah. Open the damn doors.
Why are we still there?
What are we waiting on? Yeah.
I couldn't tell you.
For us to freeze and go home? We're here, guys. We got hot hands and heaters.
And says he walked by, but nobody from the police has addressed us.
We know we have something in common, and that we are stalwart Americans, and we are not whiners and quitters. Oh, what was your name?
I'm James. I'm from California as well.
Yeah, okay.
It's just out at Huntington Beach.
Marianne, it's nice to meet you.
Hey, Valli, can you get his contact info?
Sure.
Before we forget. Where'd the RTL guy go?
Have you guys been getting everybody's?
Pennsylvania, and I believe that he is left, but we do have a gentleman here.
Still a long drive.
Where are you located? Do you remember me? Los Angeles. Los Angeles, okay. We're with a citizen journalist team called Seavine News. Okay. And we are not sponsored.
Well, of course not, because you guys are saying the truth.
Yeah.
Yes.
We just go on the ground and talk to people and just ask them, could I get your contact information?
This is what we all strive to have.
Six inside. I don't think it takes much.
I went to help in Reno, Nevada. They wanted people to go help with the police there, and I went to help. Put your number in, and went out.
Or just tell it to me. I see your gloves.
Yes, 510. 305 3016.
Now I'm going to make sure I did it correctly.
Yes.
Then I'll send you my contact.
Okay, yes.
And it's Valli Hart.
Yes.
Remember, I have a heart. I'm so grateful. And what is your first name? Valli. V-A-L-L-Y. Like Valley Girl, but I'm not. Oh, I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
appreciate it so much.
Just keep on
You
fighting.
being willing to talk.
I said, and now, let's go for, well, I know what you mean, like Vans 2024.
That's
Yes.
I mean 2028. Sorry.
2028. That's it.
anything that will keep us from having an open border again and fentanyl pouring in
You
and
know
everything
what?
else that goes with it.
I was born in Eagle Pass, Texas, and I moved to California in 1967. I turned 7 here in California in San Jose. So I said, here I am. My parents came from Mexico. You know, I was just, when people try to tell me things, and I said, but you know what? So many people in that Eagle Pass, Texas are here right now because they have ranches and those.
That's right.
I said, hey, you know. God
You know,
bless you. And
you
thank
wanna
you
do-
so much.
How did you know? Let's find some more people to interview.
I mean, this is going at 50 minutes now.
Well, I don't think anyone cares. This is big.
Yeah.
They can drop off if they need to fix their kids' dinner or anything. But let's just see. Let's see if we can get an interview with one of
Do
the
you see?
cops.
Well, do you see the? There was a line of them.
I know.
Listen, I got them. So this is the.
I'm wondering if any of them will give us an update.
You want to do describe where we are?
So for anybody that has just tuned in, this is CVI News, and I'm here with Leonard Bacani. This is Valli Hart, and we are live in Washington, D.C., and we are waiting for the J6 prisoners to be released right now. We are waiting to see those doors open, and we are visualizing the J6 prisoners walking through those doors and walking out onto the street, and you're going to hear us scream. You're going to hear clapping. You are going to hear some happy Americans out here when that happens. And we're, God willing, going to see it tonight.
So just for those of you who just tuned in, we're here at the Southeast Detention Facility in Washington, D.C., where the J6 prisoners are being held. President Trump has signed an executive order for the release of all J6 prisoners.
Approximately 1,500.
However, for some reason, this detention facility is defying that order.
Not cooperating.
Other J6 prisoners have been released from different parts of the country, and they have migrated here in support of the prisoners who have not been released yet.
And you may have seen an interview, any of you that were on for a while. Sorry, my lips are freezing off out here. It's so freaking cold.
Very cold.
But you may have seen an interview we did with Kevin Loftus, with Roy, with Linda, with a variety of different people who are out here in support of our J6 prisoners. And we are continuing to stand here, and we are not leaving. We are continuing to bring you live coverage, and we will keep you updated as soon as we have anything going on. But we're going to try to see if we can get an update from one of the police.
So we are standing directly across the street from the entrance of the detention facility. There's a police presence, not a heavy presence, but there's a police presence here. There's also a presence for media is here, and some onlookers and some J6 supporters.
Yeah, and say prayers, guys. We were just joking. Another lady was just joking with me. We said, what do we have to do to get them to open the gates and let those J6ers out? Maybe we need to march around the building 7 times and like blow some horns. Whatever it takes. We're out here. We're standing by. We are hopeful. We are saying prayers. President Trump, if you have any further strings you could pull, that would rock, because these people want to go home. It's been 4 years.
Reconnected. Okay, Emil Governor says the military should go in and force the release with the executive order. So it just begs the question, how in the world is the marshal's office in this detention facility able to defy the presidential order? The president has absolute authority to do what he did and sign an executive order, but yet it's being ignored.
Let's go that way. So we're a little farther away. Walk with us. Just send me your info.
That's you, right?
No. But it sure looks similar.
Yeah.
Here, give me your contact info.
616. Oh, no, 616. Oh, 616-238-8288.
Okay, make sure this works.
Okay, guys.
What was your first name?
Eddie. I'm the mayor.
Yep. Oh, awesome. Thank you. Okay. Appreciate you, Eddie. it up, Jonathan.
We're working on it. We're working on it.
This is this place down. This is literally the fun goal. This is what it should be. President Trump should be in the house. We could probably just move right down here and get them out. But this is the DC jail does. They do this.
Have you reunited with your family members already, or some, for instance?
No. I look for it.
Would you reconnect with your son?
Of course. I love my son. I love him.
God bless you. You know, we're going to be praying for you, man. God bless you. And I'm sorry for what this country, this government is bringing things.
Like I told the other people over there, I got family who fought World War II. I'm okay. My grandpa fought his battle with Poland. You know, he was thrown his ass off.
Stuart, what do you make of the part in the J6 that put together what they did?
Totally. That shows exactly who did what. Find that's the trail right there. Follow the trail. That helps us, actually.
Really?
We're going to investigate all of it and see if that's nothing serious in investigation now. That's right. Compelled to come testify. You can't wait to testify. Did you? And they won't testify. Then you got it for
Did you come away with any sort of epiphany, having spent time, a lot of time to think? Don't be afraid to go to prison. And what is next for you now? This is on your day.
It's a weird check. Funny is real. But I think people that backed away and ran for the hills, that were against that. And this is everybody else getting out. I'm glad I should I would hate to be the guys that fled out, like Josh James and Todd Wilson, those people. They were honorable military veterans, went through the country in combat, but what they did here was very dishonorable. So they dishonored themselves. I have my honor still. But I do encourage them. I'm a Christian. I want to get them forgiveness. And I encourage them to make it by turning around and testifying against the ones who weren't there, and coerce them. Help us expose them. That's how they take it.
Do you think America's ready to on the record?
Yes.
Valli. Can you hold this for a second? Hold this for a second.
Men are coerced with threats of 30, 40 years of life in prison into taking plea deals. And then they're coerced into testifying against other people, bearing false witness. And those people are then railroaded too. It's a very corrupt system. I know many men that were in prison for ghost guns or ghost drugs, which means there's no actual evidence, just some snitch's testimony, and that person's been compelled to lie for the same kind of threats. It's a lie machine. It needs to be dismantled.
And so what would your message be to President Trump tonight? Imagine he's watching this right now. What would you like to say to President Donald John Trump?
Break those chains. He's already setting us free, but he needs to break the chains that the whole system is corrupt. As he said, it's a very nasty system, and it's top to bottom nasty. He now knows what it's like, and that's how it's been for decades now. I've seen it I was a criminal defense attorney in Montana. I worked for the Arizona Supreme Court. I've seen it over and over again. Judges let the prosecutors, everyone knows it's a lie. The prosecutors know the man's innocent. His defense attorney knows he's innocent. Of course, he knows he's innocent. The judge knows he's innocent. But they all coerce this guy into taking a deal or risking trial when you're going to get 98% conviction rate in federal court. So he doesn't want to go to trial. He's afraid to. So he takes a deal, but they still want to have him sign, I am taking this, I am stating these facts because they are in fact true, and I'm not being coerced. And they tell them to say that because then after that they can say, oh look and see, you said it was true. So, but they all know it's a lie. It's a stack of lies. And as Solzhenitsyn told us, live not by lies.
It's true.
The first step is refuse to take part in a lie. So we needed to also refuse to take part in a lie. The justice system is a stack of lies. Let's not give it any credibility. It does not deserve credibility. I think half the men in the prisons in the United States should be free.
Yes. And one message to Cash Patel then, because there's a new sheriff in town.
He's
What would you like to
cleaning
see
it up.
happen?
He's on the right
Let's
track.
go. We got the receipts.
I think mass declassification and exposure is the first step. I think Tulsi Gabbard and I think Cash Patel will be down with that.
Yeah.
That's why they're so afraid of them.
Right.
Yes.
Because the truth will set you free.
Amen.
You expose the lies. Once again, live not by lies. They live by lies. The lies is the swamp water in the swamp that protects them and controls them. They are all blackmailed. They're all like look at J. Edgar Hoover in FBI director for life because he had files on everybody. No one dared cross him, right?
Like Jeffrey Epstein?
Oh, sure. Now, some politicians. So you expose all the lies. Who's been taking bribes? Who's a pedophile? Who's been sold out to China and committed treason? All that kind of corruption. Who's just been insider trading? All that kind of stuff. Expose all of it. Hold them accountable. That's how you clean this place up.
I do sense a general optimism from you, though. You're in good spirits.
Absolutely. Because I think
Trump in.
Because I think that now President Trump, as he said himself last night, now he knows. He didn't know what he knew. What he knows now, he didn't know then.
No.
So if he had won in 2020, he did win in 2020.
Yes, he did.
But if he had actually taken office again, he wouldn't be as strong or as knowledgeable as he is now. And so are we. He got stronger when they attacked
A blessing
him.
in disguise.
Yeah, and so did we. We got stronger.
It's a hero's
This
journey.
MAGA movement now
Hero's
is stronger
journey.
than ever.
Yeah, it's more unified than ever.
And I'm fearless now.
Here we
I'm
go.
not afraid to go into jail. I've been to
courage.
prison, been to jail. You can't scare me with that anymore.
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
So what is the next step for you now? As you
This is do what I can
continue on?
to help. And my first step is to I'm writing a book, but also my first step is do all I can. I got to go look at all the video. I got to go sit down with Dave Summerall and watch all his videos. Anybody else who's got documentaries, I want to see it all.
I have video. I would be happy to let you look at it.
I want to see it.
So right here before all the press to understand that when Stuart Rhodes for the first time, I haven't seen him in years, okay? Since that day on J6, brother,
Right.
I haven't seen you. But together, our veterans together have the agenda that's already submitted to President, already submitted to Cash Patel. We are getting those receipts. And I want to introduce you to our CLO of J6 Vets and what we're going to do for justice. And together, we're doing this together, brother.
We're going on the offense. We're going to get the files from Justice, FBI, and we're going to, every legal remedy, we're going to execute against these bastards because these people are evildoers. These people are swamp creatures. They need to be trained. We're looking at civil RICO and everything else that can be done for financial accountability to build their lives back and to show that this can never ever happen again.
And can we get your names and what positions you're in with which organizations?
We're J6 Association. I'm Derek Storms, Chief Legal Counsel.
Chaplain Joshua Macias, j6vets.org.
Excellent.
Yes, and one thing, just a final thing of all of this. Tyranny never surrenders. The people have to defeat tyranny. That's what all this is about. People, old ladies, standing out here in 20-degree weather for 800, 900, 1,000 days. They did not stop them. The system did not stop them. We would not give up. Hard chargers like this did not get up. The system didn't break them. That's a patriot. That's what a hero is.
Yes.
This man is the definition of a hero.
No, I'm not a hero.
Oh no, you are.
You're a hero
No, you
to
are.
us.
You are a hero. What you did is beyond you.
Step
It's
in the
for
light, brother.
everybody's rights.
This understand, but look, like I said, my grandpa fought in the Battle of the Bulge. That's a hero.
Amen.
So, compared to what he went through,
We fought
that's
that.
big shit.
We're
But every
fighting
generation
fascism
has
up
their
today.
battles.
Yes.
Yes.
And we don't get to pick and choose which
We are
ones.
fighting.
This is our fight.
This is our time. This is our fighting fascism of today.
Yeah, right here on
Our own U.S. soil. This is our D-Day. And just as my cousin, Sir Admiral Beecham Ramsey, took Dunkirk back and got our guys out of there, and then it's a very lead admiral for D-Day, got everyone back in. We're fighting fascism today on our own soil.
Sadly, right here, but it's gotta
Right
be
here.
done.
Yeah.
And hey, President Trump's leading the charge. And I think Cash Patel is awesome. I think Tulsi Gabbard's awesome. I think Robert Kennedy Jr. is awesome. In his lane, put him in that lane and clean it up. Going in there and finding out what Fauci was really doing. That's why Fauci's running and hiding behind a pardon.
Oh yeah.
Because he is guilty. That was a
Guilty of sin.
bioweapon. He was part of it. He helped create it. And he helped unleash it. It was part of the plan. It was a pandemic.
What we got a president and a cabinet that is serving the people, not themselves. Because that's all we had in the Biden administration. They were enriching themselves, going around, using their name to make money. That's stopping.
And Bush and Obama.
Yeah, it's
all
been
of them.
all the neocons, the rhinos. It's been on both sides. Let's be real here. This is the first time probably since Reagan that we have a chance to change the system. So thank God, and thank God President Trump won the election. Thank God that God spared his life, which we believe is divine providence.
Yes.
We do need to hold the Trump administration to accountability, though. They're in, let's watch them. Some people came in like Musk. Some people bought themselves in at the last minute. We got to watch these people, because what this movement is about truly is populism. It's serving the American people, the middle class, not oligarchs. So on all issues, from trade, taxation, constitutional rights, moral values, ending all this woke garbage, this is all tied together. We're fighting for a future of America. This is way beyond just J6. This is the start of it.
Yes.
It's a new chapter.
It's a new chapter.
Absolutely. It's a chapter of freedom.
One of our guys get out? Thank you guys very much.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can I get your contact info in just a minute, please? Here, turn it back on us for 1 second. Here, Leonard, you talk.
Okay.
You want to put a note in his home?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Right.
Hey guys, there's something happening here. We're not sure.
No, it's just over exuberance.
All right. Well, we're not leaving. We're freezing, but we're not going anywhere.
Who are you guys with?
Steve News out of Los Angeles. We're citizen journalists. We're at J6, J20, all of it, and we're not leaving.
Cool. Thank you for coming out.
Yeah, it's our privilege to be here.
All right.
Somebody has to tell the truth.
Notice the 2020 hat. That doesn't have to be the one you were wearing when you went in, is it? No.
What was your name?
But I like it. I believe
Valli
it's
Hart. I'll send you contact information. I'll send you the link.
If you send me the link, that'd be awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so
Valli
much.
Hart. That don't know how long you've been in, and what does today mean for you?
Valley
I can
girl.
see the look now.
Yeah. Even though I'm not, but it's easy to remember. Thank you so much,
You're very
Jared.
welcome, Valli.
Okay, guys, let's see what we can get into now. Let's see if we can.
Yeah, we
Take you
just.
with us.
That was just a couple of J6 prisoners. Looked like they got together and.
So
hadn't
this keeps
seen.
freezing, and it keeps like
Yeah.
shutting off, and then it comes back on. So sorry, you guys. We're not exactly in a high-tech perfect situation over here, but we're trying to include you, and we would love your prayers and your thoughts, and we appreciate you hanging here with us. Live in Washington, D.C., we are at the Washington, D.C. Gulag, where we are waiting for the J6 prisoners to come through those doors.
In case you guys missed that that exchange back there, there was a J6 advocacy group. They included a lawyer, and the lawyer stated they're filing civil lawsuits going after civil RICO.
A bunch of lawsuits.
They are going after it. This isn't done, folks. Just because President Trump has released the J6 prisoners, this isn't done by far.
Well, he hasn't released them. He gave permission, and he gave a presidential executive order that approximately 1,500 of them are to be released, but there are some judges who allegedly are deciding they think they're more powerful than the commander-in-chief, and they're saying no.
Right. So that's where we are right now. President Trump has signed an executive order for the release of the J6 prisoners. However, we're at the Washington Southwest Detention Facility in Washington, D.C., where prisoners are still being held despite President Trump's executive order. So that's where we are. There's a vigil out here. We hear stories of
Courage.
the courage and women, mothers and
There are
wives.
people out here with American flags.
And they were out here every
Posters.
single day in 20-degree weather every single day since January 6th, since the arrest and indictment of some of these prisoners. And
There's a
they
group
were
singing the national anthem.
they held a vigil every single day until the release.
You want to turn around for a minute?
Yes,
Show the reason we're out here, partially. Can
that's
you guys
right.
see that enormous American flag back there? These are hardcore patriots out here who genuinely care about their country and their fellow man.
Right. So as you can see, there's quite a bit of media
And as you may or may not know, we were slated to go live tonight to cover President Trump's executive orders and breaking news, but this story has taken precedence, so we may not go live tonight from a desk.
We plan on staying another couple days, and so during that time, hopefully we'll have some nice material for our listeners or viewers.
We have a lot to talk about. There's
Yes.
a lot going on, but right
Yes.
now, this is the breaking story, and so we have our mittens on and our chapstick, and we're out here with our waterproof boots, and we're doing what we can to get the footage of those J6 prisoners coming through the door. So I think with that, we should take a restroom break. We don't want to bring them with us, right, guys? So I'm Valli Hart.
I'm Leonard Bacani.
For Sea Vine.
Let's walk around the corner.